we are continuing now class mammalia. The other features we are going to discuss now, as we already have done with two part of mammalia. This is the third part. So let's look at in third part we are continuing with the characteristic of mammalia. So we are discussing now further more features, salient features. Most mammals have 7 cervical vertebrae. What do you mean by cervical? So you know that this is a vertebral column, right? So whichever the vertebral column which present in the neck region, okay, the neck region vertebral column is called as cervical vertebrae. Try to understand. If you remember in the last lecture I already explained it that the vertebral column has its four part. Number 1, which is coming into the neck region, is called as cervical vertebrae. After that there is the ribs which is present and which is connected from the back side. This vertebral column is connecting the ribs connecting from the back side, where the front side sternum bone is there, the one center bone, the ribs which is connected, and the back side it is connected from vertebral column, जिसको क्या बोलते हैं, रीढ़ की हड्डी. Yes. So just after cervical vertebrae there is a thoracic, then after that lumbar vertebrae, and the last part of vertebral column is called as sacrum. It's called as sacrum. So in this first point the information given, जो cervical vertebrae it is made up of how many bones? 7. 6 is the problem. Okay, then we can see here 6 in a coleopus. Okay, what is this? Let's understand. They have got sloth. So this sloth is responsible for, they are using it in slow motion. Okay. Then we can see that another point in which we are going to discuss, tricheus, right? What do you mean by that? That is also have been seen into manatee, which is sea cow, Okay. Another point we have to discuss is that there are 9 bradypus. Okay, 9 sloth is present in bradypus animal. 9 sloth is present in bradypus animal, which is used in the slow motion. Okay. Then another point we can see sacral vertebrae. What do you mean by sacral? This is the last point of vertebral column. This will be coming at the terminal point of vertebral column. Okay, and this will be from 2 to 5 bones. Sacral vertebrae will be 2 to 5 bones. Another point we can see vertebrae of amphiplatypus. Okay, sorry, amphiplatyine. Type. What do you mean by that? In this amphiplatyine vertebrae type, there is a centrum. What do you mean by centrum? So you know that if you see vertebral column and just look at, it is looking like this, yes? Something like this, yes? So vertebral column will be made like this. Just I made it now 2 vertebral column. So this area is called as a centrum. This area is called as center one. So this vertebral column will be flattened from both sides. So that's what is mentioned. From both faces, up and down, it will be flat. Got it? And from the sides, it will be pointed. Getting the point? Yes. So that is the explanation of this one. Another we can see ribs are double-headed. What do you mean by double-headed? You know that this is a vertebral column and through which the ribs will be connected. Yes. And it will be making like a cage surrounding of very delicate and soft organs, which is heart, lungs and digestive system. So it is protected by ribs, and ribs is connected front side sternum bone, that one bone. Sternum bone जो है एकदम सेंटर में होता है, और back side it is vertebral column. So we are right now discussing about ribs are double-headed. So what do you mean by that? इसका ये हिस्सा भी it will be head and it is also the head-like structure. That's why it is double-headed. Buccal cavity means mouth cavity. Buccal cavity means mouth cavity. And it is separated by upper nasal cavity. So nasal is what? Nasal is the space of nose. Cavity means space. So this is a nostrils, but inside when there look, so there is a cavity present, and then further it is going through the pharynx, nasopharynx, and then ultimately it will go into the lungs. Got it? So what do you mean by that? Upper nasal cavity. So buccal cavity is separated by upper nasal cavity. So upper nasal cavity is going to separate the buccal cavity. So buccal is a mouth cavity. Understood the point? So who is separating buccal cavity of the mammals? Upper nasal cavity. So even our upper nasal cavity is making separate the buccal cavity. Okay, buccal is this cavity of the mouth. Everybody is understanding? Next point, and then it is also mentioned that upper nasal cavity by one kind of plate which is known as secondary plate. Then teeth. Let's talk about the teeth in mammals. It will be thecodont, heterodont, and diphodont. So we can see that human beings has got different type of teeth is present. The pointed one is a canine, which is used for tear the anything like which you want to tear, right? So this is the function of teeth, and teeth, there are the teeth which is very last teeth we can see, which is premolar and molar teeth, is helping for the grinding of complex food into simpler food, and then your saliva is helping for to make the food soft, so you can easily swallow the food without any problem. Yes or not? Is this practical experience or not? Yes. So food is easily swallowed because of your saliva is mixed in that food. And who is making the complex food into simpler food? It is your teeth. Teeth is making complex food to simpler food, and tongue is not only it is helping to make the complex again into the simpler, it is making left and right with very good adjustment. So that's why it is said that whenever you are eating, do not talk. Yes. Because it can harm you in two ways. The food might go into your respiratory system and you will have terrible pain. Another one is that you can give pain to your tongue. It will by mistakenly come between the teeth. Did you understand? So that's why we should not speak while eating. And even we must control our tongue. Those who speak unnecessarily, their tongue is also come between the teeth. Did you understand? So they must control themselves. That is the sign. Okay, another we can see there is a 4 pair of salivary glands. So just as I discussed to you right now, the saliva is making food very soft. So the food can easily be swallowed through your esophagus and it will ultimately go into stomach for the further digestion. So this salivary gland associated with buccal cavity, is where it is present inside the mouth cavity, and it is present 3 pairs in man. 3 pairs is total 6. Next, another point, respiratory gases exchange is happen or not in the mammals. We have very well developed of respiratory system and all the mammals have a good lungs. Glottis, just I told you, those who eat, they must eat silently in the name and thanking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If they will speak, so this is a glottis. Suppose this is a respiratory tract, okay, and just behind that there is a digestive tract, okay. So when the food is coming into digestive system, it has to go. So this glottis is going to close. This glottis is going to close. So this is just like a cap, covering cap. So when you are talking, so it is getting disturbed because it has to open, the sound has to be produced. So if you are talking and speaking, so ultimately any of this particle will go inside. So you know that it will be dangerous also sometimes, even the life-taking action. So do not speak while eating. Even drinking also. Same thing can happen with it. So this is glottis is guarded by epiglottis. So this is an epiglottis which is covering cap of the glottis, and this is helpful during the lungs because of course this glottis has to do function with the lungs because it is protecting the mouth of the intricate of the lungs. Okay, when the glottis will be covered in and the food simply go into the digestive system. but when you are talking, so it is opening. Okay, when you are silent, it is closed. Respiratory tract is closed. Larynx is a sound box. So we can see this Adam apple is called as, right? So this is the place where your exhaling of the gases. Okay, that is of course carbon dioxide. So it is going and meeting to this larynx, and your simultaneously brain having such a information, language, understanding. It is given command by the nerves to this vocal cord, and the sound is go here, and your brain commanded such information and data that will be made into sound, and with the help of your tongue. So tongue is also moving. Which kind of sound should be produced? Understood, students? Because of your practice, of course. So this is a sound producing organ, and heart is 4-chambered, and we can see that they have very well developed of heart, because heart has totally separate of oxygenated blood and the deoxygenated blood. That means oxygenated means pure blood is flowing, and another side of the heart there is impure blood is flowing. So that's why the blood is going to come into heart 2 times, and that is why the human blood circulation is called is also known as double circulation. Understood, students? All this point. Next point. Please look at here. Only systemic arc present. So systemic arc is a part of circulation. Systemic arc is a part of. What do you mean by systemic? Let me give a very small idea about it. So the blood is coming into heart, and then it is collecting deoxygenated blood from the all body parts, and then ultimately it is going to return to the body parts which has collected, but it is this time returning the oxygenated blood. For the purpose heart has to take the deoxygenated blood, then of course it has to return it also, right? So that's why the blood is coming 2 times. So this the whole, and then oxygen has to reach where? Ultimately every single cell needs oxygen, and blood has oxygen available because of this heart and lungs connectivity. So did you understand? So this whole process will be called as a systemic arc, where the oxygen will be supplied. It has to reach every single cell, and a carbon dioxide where it is produced by every single cell. Understood? So that is the whole come into systemic arc. Renal portal system is absent because they have very good develop of kidney. So those who have kidney developed, they do not have renal portal system. Those who do not have a kidney structure, means lower organism, they will have renal portal system. Mature RBC, they have a circular, okay, and bioconcave, right? Bioconcave shape of the RBC, and it has got nucleus present also, right? So nucleus is present. So that is how the RBC is of mammals, and more detail you will be able to learn when you will have body fluids and circulation. There you have a detail of RBC and blood. Mammals, they have large brain means bada, compared to other animals to relation body size. So mammals have a very large brain, and we can see that elephant, they are also coming under into mammalia class, but their head is too much bigger according to their body size. Their head will be also increase in the size. Yes. Then they have optic lobes. What is the function of? What is the meaning of optic? It is related to your eyes. So they have such 4 compartment of optic lobes. They are going to form corpora quadrigermina. Okay, corpora quadrigermina is a optic lobes. So there are 4 optic lobes are going to function and helping for visibility. Obviously, optic lobes are helpful for visibility. Next is 2 halves of cerebrum. What is the cerebrum? So this, the front part of the head is called as a cerebrum. Okay, and the back is called as cerebellum. Cerebellum is the back side, and cerebrum is always front side. And this is connected by corpus callosum. Corpus callosum. Another point, CNS. What is the full form of CNS? Central Nervous System, which is made up of brain and spinal cord. And envelope मतलब covering. Envelope means the brain is enveloped by 3 meninges, which is giving enveloping to the brain. Middle meninx called as arachnoid membrane. Okay, so this is also the part of brain. And we can see this arachnoid membrane, what it is playing, they are present only in mammals. And we already have explained you what do you mean by cranial. It is the nerves of skull. It is the nerves of skull which has to give the information from the skull to the soft organ of brain. So skull is also giving impulses to the brain that something is perfectly functioning. So every single cell is giving information to nerve cells, which is called as a neuron. And that is responded by our brain. Again here the brain details you can able to learn. There is a control and coordination chapter in higher grade when you go, right? Or maybe that in first year also you will have. So control and coordination, in there you can able to learn more detail about the brain and their functions and nervous system and neurons. For this time just you have to understand what is a CNS. That is for central nervous system. Cranial nerves total 12 pairs, that is 24. Eyes they have movable eyelids, they can move their eyes, right? Eyelashes they have, that means the lashes which is opening. Then they have external ear, external means outer one, and it is a large fleshy. So this is a fleshy, okay? And we can also say that it is made up of cartilaginous. Cartilaginous is a soft bone, and the real actually bone will be hard. That is inside of our body. That whichever this framework, yes, which is given the framework to your whole body. That is the endoskeleton, and it is made up of hard bone, right? Where, as I have told you that it is made up of cartilaginous bone because it is a soft. It has a flexibility. It has a flexibility. Okay, and that is called as pinna. Okay, so this till here we have learned the mammalian. Thank you so much.